Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. The message I heard from God is I was there before everybody. The scripture comes from Jeremiah 11 through 14. Therefore, this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says: I am determined to bring disaster on you and to destroy all Judah. I will take away the remnant of Judah who were determined to go to Egypt to settle there. They will all perish in Egypt. They will fall by the sword or die from famine. From the least to the greatest, they will die by sword or famine. They will become a curse and an object of horror, a curse and an object of reproach. I will punish those who live in Egypt with the sword, famine, and plague, as I punished Jerusalem, Egypt with the sword, famine, and plague. Okay, none of the remnant of, as I punished Jerusalem, none of the remnant of Judah who have gone to live in Egypt will escape or survive to return to the land of Judah, to which they long to return and live. None will return except a few fugitives. Fugitives. Okay. I feel like this message is going to somebody. Someone was picking on you, and this person was mistreating you because you came after they did. I don't know the exact situation. I don't know if it's a situation like I hear a daughter-in-law and a mother-in-law, where the mother-in-law felt like because she was she's her son's mother, she was there first and she has the rights to him over the daughter-in-law, and that's weird. But anyway, I went through that, so I understand. But that's weird. It's weird. It just makes my skin crawl. But anyways, I feel like this woman was mistreating her daughter-in-law and making her feel unwelcome, making her feel like she wasn't good enough, making her feel like it's almost like God is saying like her son was just so all the way up here and he's perfect, and he has to have a perfect woman, and the woman that God sent to him was not good enough. Okay, this woman was, I feel like someone specifically, this woman was saying or making you feel like I was here first and I'm going to always be here. And God is saying that God has the final say of what that is going to be. God has the final say of who is going to be where and who is going to be with who. And regardless if you are still in this relationship or if you have moved on with your life, God is seeking punishment upon this woman for how she treated you in that relationship. It was wrong. It is not up to her who her son decides to marry. It is not. It's up to the son. And you know, as a mama to a boy, I have said it before and I will say it again. I know that it is not my place to choose who my son decides to be with. That is his business, regardless of how I feel about it. You know, it doesn't matter what race they are. It doesn't matter what their background is, what their personality is, how they dress, okay, how they behave, whatever their occupation is. That's not my business. If my son decides that he wants to be with somebody, regardless to whatever those options are, that's his choice. And you know, it's one thing to point out the quotas are things of, you know, we have to be careful that our children don't end up in a situation with someone who is racist versus us just completely pushing our own opinions on our children. We can't do that. It's not right. It's not right. And yeah, that's literally the message, you know. And I feel like you definitely don't want, in the midst of you trying to protect your child, to end up being someone who is seen as evil. You don't want to end up being in a position to where you are, you know, love is love. And if your child falls in love with somebody, they fall in love with somebody. If they mess up, they mess up. It's okay. They will get back up. But it's not right. You know, as parents, we can't protect them from everything. We just can't. We can't. And in reality, our parents couldn't protect us from everything. So it's crazy for us to feel like we have to push our opinions on our children in an attempt to protect them from something. Because in the situation I was in, the mother pushing her opinion on that relationship is what tore up the relationship in the first place. 444, as I say that. Her pushing her opinion on the relationship is what tore the relationship apart. Because that opinion caused her to have a hatred towards me that she had no right to have towards me. And yeah, like I said, it's not the mother's choice who the son falls in love with, and it's not the father's choice who the daughter falls in love with. It's just not. And it's not right for a parent to try to force their opinions and their ideals on their children. Your child, they're their own person. They're their own person, and being a parent is a very difficult job. It's one of the hardest jobs to have, because as many books as they have written about parenting, it's no it just doesn't compare. I took all the mothering classes, y'all, read all the books, all the pamphlets, and when my baby came, I was still like just feeling like I was in 6 feet water trying to keep my head up. I can't lie, I gotta be real. Thank God I had braids like this here for the first 3 months. I had did it right before, I think I was about 8 months or 9 months when I decided to do my hair in braids. Because I knew, I just had a feeling, something told me, God told me, baby, you ain't going to have time to mess with that hair. You might as well put that on the back burner. You ain't gonna have time to mess with their hair. You might as well go ahead and let the nail shop go for a little bit too, okay? And it's just the truth. It's the truth of the matter. Once you have a child, it is a difficult job. And the baby part, I remember people telling me that when I was stressed out about when he was a baby, that this was the easy part. And it was. Baby, because once they are older, you cannot protect your child from it. You can't pick your child's friends. You can't pick who your child fall in love with. You just cannot do it. You cannot do it. And, it is wrong for a parent to try to do that. And in this situation, this parent took that to a whole new level. Regardless if they experienced their child go through a heartache because they weren't involved, and then they decide that this time they're going to be involved, stay out of it. It was none of this parent's business. It was not this parent's place to try to make their daughter-in-law feel uncomfortable. It wasn't this parent's place to try to make their daughter-in-law to feel threatened. And I feel like in an instance, they ran you off. That's what happened to me. And that's what I'm being reminded of. This parent ran you off. They literally ran you off. And I feel like you may be in a position to where you are heartbroken because you love the person that you were with. And it's a sticky situation, because it's a situation where you don't want to reach out and tell them, yo, you really need to get away from your moms, because that's disrespectful. And that's mean. It's just disrespectful. It's mean and it's harsh. And ain't nobody finna hear that. Ain't nobody finna call you and tell you, yo, you need to get away from your parent because your parent is ruining your relationships. Nobody wants to hear that. And then on top of that, that person can turn around and attack you and feel like, yo, you just don't like my mom. No, you just don't. You just ... You don't want to listen to nobody, or you just being disrespectful, or you just doing this. So it's a place that you don't even want to step into that. You don't even want to deal with that. And trust me, I know. It's a situation you don't even want to deal with, because it puts you in a sticky situation. And the person that you love is now attacking you because you're telling them the truth. And it's kind of a situation where you just got to walk away and let them figure it out. They going to figure it out. They going to figure it out. God is going to open their eyes to whatever it is this parent is doing. And in some cases, they probably already know how their parents are. And they are going to have to gain the strength to understand that they can't welcome their parent into their relationships. They're going to have to stop telling their parents all their business. They're going to have to stop bringing the women they are interested in, or the men that they are interested in, around their parents, because their parents are not wishing them well. Regardless of if their attempt is to protect them, or if their attempt is just to have them alone so that they can sit there and take care of them, or whatever their intentions are. It is not of God. It is not right. And God is saying he vetoes over everybody. His rights go over everybody in the situation, okay? You think you was there first? Nah, God was there first. And God is going to seek judgment on this parent for what they have been doing to their child. God is going to seek justice not only for the child, but for the women that this are the men that this parent has run away, the hearts that were broken in the process of this parent pushing their own views and ideals on relationships onto their child. It's not right. They really need to stay out of it. They need to enjoy whatever life they have going on, regardless if they are in a relationship or if they are single. They need to be worried about their own lives and not trying to force their opinions and ideals on their children. They should not be trying to control the narrative of their child's life. It's not right. And that's the message, okay? Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.